I am Usha Pathak. Elders, please accept my respect and love to youngers. Today, I introduce something about conjunction. A conjunction is a word used to connect words or sentences in construction and to show the dependence of the terms show connected as thou and he are happy because you are good moral. Our connective words are of four kinds, namely relative pronouns, conjunctive adverbs, conjunction, and preposition. These have a certain resemblance to one another, so far as they are all of them connectives. Yet there are also characteristical differences by which they may in general be easily distinguished. Relative pronouns represent antecedent and stand in those relations which we call cases. Conjunctive adverbs assume the connective power in addition to their adverbial character and consequently sustain a double relation. Conjunctions join words or sentences together, showing their relation either to each other or to something else. Prepositions, though naturally subject themselves to something going before, assume the government of the terms which follow them and in this they differ from all the rest. Conjunction do not express any of the real objects of the understanding, whether things, qualities, or actions, but rather the several modes of connection or contrast under which these objects are contemplated. Hence, conjunctions were said by Aristotle and his followers to be in themselves a void of signification, a notion which Harris, with no great property, has adopted in his faulty definition of this part of his speech. It is the office of this class of participle so link together words, phrases, or sentences that would otherwise appear as loose shreds or unconnected aphorisms, and thus by various forms of dependence to give to discourse such continuity as may fit it to convey a connected train of thought or reasoning. The skill or inability of a writer may as strangely appear in his management of these little connectives as in that of the longest and most significant words in the language. The current is often envisaged by the straws and the course of the wind by the flight of a feather. So, a speaker is known by his ends and his oars. Those stitches that fasten his patchwork together. Conjunctions sometimes connect entire sentences and sometimes particular words or phrases only. When one whole sentence is closely linked with another, both become clauses or members of a more complex sentence. And when one word or phrase is coupled with another, both have in general a common dependence upon some other word in the some sentence. Several words belonging to other part of a speech are occasionally used as conjunction. Such are the following: provided, except, verbs, both, an adjective, either, neither, that, pronouns, being, seeing, participle, before, since, for. Preposition: I will do it provided you lend some help. Here, provided is a conjunction that connects the two sentences. Paul and accept these abide in the ship. A cannot be saved. Here, accept is a conjunction. Accepting is also used as a participle and conjunction. Being this reception of the gospel was so anciently foretold by Bishop, seeing all the congregation are holy. Here, being and seeing are used as conjunction. The foregoing remarks, though worthy of some attention, is not altogether accurate. Before, when it connects sentences, is not a conjunction, but a conjunctive adverb, provided as cited above resemblance not the verb, but the perfect participle, either and neither, when they are not conjunction, are pronominal adjectives rather than pronouns. And to say that words belonging to other parts of speech are used as conjunctions is a sort of solecism which leaves the learner in doubt to what class they really belong. Being and being that were formerly used in the sense of because, since, or seeing that. But this usage is now obsolete, so there is an uncommon or obsolete use of without in the sense of unless or except, as he cannot rise without he is helped. Classes. There are two classes of conjunction, the coordinative and the subordinative. The coordinative conjunctions. A coordinative conjunction is that which joins two coordinate sentences of equal rank, or word that stands in the same relation to some other word in the sentence. There are four different kinds of coordinative conjunctions: cumulative, alternative, adversative, and elative. Cumulative. By these, one thought is simply added to another, and both, and not only, but also, as well as. He was both degraded and expelled. He as well as you is guilty. Now, alternative. By these, a choice is offered between one thought and another, either or neither, nor else, or otherwise. Leave the room or take the consequences. He was neither an idler nor a gambler. Now, adversative. By these conjunctions, one thought is contrasted with a set against another, but still 8. Nevertheless, however, he is very rich, still, or 8, or but. He is not connected. Elative. By these conjunctions, one thought is brought in from another. For, therefore, then, so then. He was found guilty and therefore he was hanged. It is time to go. Let us start then. Now, the subordinative conjunction. A subordinative conjunction is that which joins a subordinate or dependent sentence to a principal sentence. Subordinate sentence so joined with the principal sentence that it forms part of the construction and acts as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. We still hope that you may get well. He who is honest need not fear. I will read that book if you advise me. The chief modes of dependence are 9 in number. A. Opposition. B. Causation. C. Effect. D. Purpose. E. Condition. F. Concession or contrast. G. Comparison. H. Extent or manner. I. Time. Now, opposition. He made a promise that he would soon return. Causation. I will do this because or as or since you desire it. Now, effect. He talked so much that he made himself hoarse. Now, purpose. Men work that they may earn a living. Now, condition. I will do this if am allowed. Now, concession. He was a connected man, although he was poor. Now, comparison. He is quite as clever as I am. He is more clever than I am. Extent, manner. Men will reap as they sow. Now, time. He returned home after he had finished work. The conjunctional phrase as well as in coordinative in one sense and subordinative in another. A. Coordinative. In adding one coordinate sentence to another, it gives an emphasis to the first. He as well as you is guilty. Now, subordinate. He does not write as well as you do. Though, but. Both of these conjunctions, the first subordinate, the second coordinative, denote concession or contrast. He is honest though poor. He is poor but honest. These two sentences mean precisely the same thing because in he is honest is the principal clause and the coordinate clause in sentence B. But he is honest is more emphatic than the clause preceding it. Thus, the principal clause and the emphatic clause are the same. If, however, we rewrite the two sentences thus, he is honest, though poor, he is honest but poor, the two sentences are not equivalent. The first emphasizes the fact that he is honest in spite of his poverty. The second emphasizes the fact that he is poor in spite of his honesty. Now, conjunctive and interrogative adverbs. A, a conjunctive adverb is a double part of a speech, a conjunction and adverb combined in one. When, why, where, whence, how, whether. The same is true of interrogative adverbs when they are used as conjunction. Let me ask you how you did this. There is no difference in form between a conjunctive and an interrogative adverbs. The former qualities, some noun expressed or understood in the principal sentence. The latter is preceded by some verb that signifies asking or requiring. Please subscribe my channel, like and share with your friend.